Hey guys, Cam from 15, back at it with another video for you
What's up,
guys.
everybody? I don't even know.
Yeah, I looked the wrong way. Anyways, back with another My Hero Academia episode review for you. And
Yeah, I not the outcome I was expecting.
didn't you predict this last week?
Hesitantly, I was kind of hoping it didn't happen.
But you felt if Shigaraki's involved, there's no way Shigaraki's going to lose.
Yeah, because obviously he's not gonna lose here.
On
Cause
top of the fact that she kind of has an OP quirk.
hmm yeah, but my goodness, we all know what
Yes.
happened. We all know the result of that outcome.
Yeah. So Star and Stripe died. Our number one hero died.
The number one hero of the US.
Died. So that makes things interesting with where the story's gonna go. But even in death, she got a tiny victory.
Yeah, she did.
So we'll talk about that. My Hero Academia continues to be amazing as much as the haters like to hate on it, but I don't care. F the haters. F the haters.
hmm
And F the fake shippers too. Stop shipping go freaking Bakugo with goddamn Deku. Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, yeah, nobody. Yeah, ask almost the entire fan base.
Oh, I know. They like to ship Bakugo with Ochako.
That never made sense to me. Anyway,
Oh no. Anyways, season 7, episode 2. We start off with kind of like a flashback moment about
mhm.
Star and Stripe talking with her men and things like that. It's a nice, adorable scene. Also, listen, she gives up when her hair is down. She gives off very much big waifu energy vibes.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she
So,
does.
um, it's kind of the thing about like she calls her men her brothers, like brothers
hmm
in arms, brothers in commerce. She doesn't look at them as just expendable men. She actually cares about these, basically her friends. Even though her friends have really no quirks and they just fight in these fighter jets. So we last left. So after the flashback scene, it was a nice, adorable scene, nice, cute scene. Which also, when you have these anime deaths, anyways, you always flash back to these flashback scenes, and it's always these heartfelt moments, and you're like, "Oh, they're preparing me for heartbreak, aren't they?"
Yeah, I was kind of hoping it wasn't the case, but yep.
Anyways, after the opening, mind you, now like I said, I don't really do the manga chapters reviews on the channel because I'm so far behind on the whatever the last manga chapter review I went. I'm not gonna spoil anything in terms of what's going on in the manga currently.
hmm
But I watched the opening, and on Friday, because for some reason I'm stupidly don't read the official manga chapters released like they released today. I read the unofficial translations like literally on the Friday 2 days before.
So okay, so yeah, you did mention to me that the opening did spoil something from the manga, but
Yeah, so funny enough, I read the manga chapter this week on Friday,
hmm
and right now the manga, if for anybody that knows the manga, they're in the final stages. We're literally like I don't have to really spoil, but we're in the final battle, like the true final battle of MHA. I ain't gonna say what's going on right now because I want to have everybody who's anime only, obviously my friend over here, um, be just blown away by what he'll see. But I was reading the manga chapter, and there was a certain part of different panels throughout the manga chapter where I'm just watching this, and I'm like, and then I watched, and then after I got done reading the chapter, it was an amazing chapter, and I'm just sitting back, I'm like, wait a damn minute. I remember the opening, and I'm like, holy shit, Studio Bones, you other effers. They spoiled something in the opening. They spoiled something in the opening. And that
Well,
translates to what's going on in the manga right now.
well, it's not like I know what's going on anyways. So.
So, listen, I saw that moment. I'm like, these people are slick. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. It isn't hard. You know, most of these anime openings, they do, like One Piece, for example, they always be spoiling content from the manga in their openings. You just have no context if you don't read the manga.
Mm-hmm.
Unless somebody tells you, hey, don't watch the opening, it'll spoil some parts of the freaking show or foreshadow some shit. But I won't give away what part of the opening it spoils in terms of the final battle, but it probably is fairly obvious if I'm talking about final battle shit. So leave that to your own imagination. But I saw that and I was like, wow, okay. All right. I don't know if this is supposed to mean season 7 is supposed to be the last season. I think My Hero Academia season 8 is gonna be the last season, unless they're gonna have a super extended season 7. Where maybe they do it to where it's like maybe 3 cores, the first 2 cores air, and then when the manga ends, it'll still be season 7, but we'll get like maybe another 12 or maybe 25 episodes, and it'll still be considered season 7, and we'll be having like damn near almost 50 episodes in one season. Which I'm completely fine with, instead of just doing a season 8. Because honestly, season 7 should technically, in my opinion, be the final season. And I was pushing for season 7 to literally be delayed until the manga finishes. But that's just me. Anyways, let's get to the episode, because I talked enough about predictions and potential spoilers about stupid stuff. Anyways, last time we left off, what was Starling Stripe doing to Shigiraki?
Literally, like piercing him with a beam of light, with a beam of a flaming light energy.
Yes, and we had the interballistic, basically nuclear missiles coming in from America. Now, trust and believe, if we were firing nuclear missiles, World War III would be happening right now, which I'm not saying it's on the verge of happening, but if you know the news, we just hope nothing crazy happens.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Luckily, this scene is nothing like that exactly, so.
And plus, it's actually to try to defeat an evil person.
Which will affect the entire world.
Oh yeah, we completely forgot. Last week, All For One in his little statement was the reason. Another thing is why he's been hiding is so he can have other villains do everything. And then also he did talk about how he has friends overseas, not just in Japan. He has friends in other countries. So shit, we could honestly be getting an actual World's Hero Mission movie just in the anime. Now, if anybody that knows me, I think I reviewed My Hero World Hero Mission. I was quite disappointed by that movie.
I think it's fine.
It's fine, but there was wasn't really much World Hero Mission stuff. It was just Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki. Nothing wrong with that. I like those characters.
World Mission, well, basically the main villain is basically affecting everybody in the world who's having quirks.
Yeah, but they really didn't show enough of the other world heroes. That was kind of like the whole promotional material about that. That's what I see. At least I'm excited about the new movie that's going to be coming out. It strictly is going to be focused on Class 1A and this fake ass All Might wannabe.
Yeah. I wonder if this guy is actually related to All Might.
Probably not. All Might's a single child. I think the trailers give away that he just looks up to All Might. He's one of those All Might admirers. I'm just taking it, I guess, Deku to the extreme if he just took it so crazy that he became evil. So I guess another villain we're going to have comparable to Deku?
I guess so.
Well, actually, no. None of the other movie villains were comparable to Deku by any ways. I guess only one was 9 because he had multiple quirks. But you morally compared him to like a freaking 7-Eleven Diet Mountain Dew version of Shigaraki. Because 9 had all those quirk abilities. He could steal people quirk.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Black Turn was alright. And honestly, the first villain was kind of forgettable. Oh my god. Anyways. Yes. So the missiles are coming in, and it's like about like 4 or 5 missiles in one shot. So then what you have happen is, Star and Stripe, she grabs the missiles with the freaking kaiju air form. She literally says, if I don't change my order command, my arm is literally gonna rip the hell off. Which I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy. I'm like, so she can, if there's enough pressure, her literal arms can rip off if the kaiju's arm rip off. That's absolutely insane. So what she does is she tells her fighter jet friends, her men essentially are her brothers. Let me be respectful. To keep firing the lasers down on Shigiraki so he stays in place. Now Shigaraki's here, and he's just like, and even then, even in this fight, it's kind of like a mixture. You see some elements of Shigaraki, but it's more like All for One as the persona in his body right now.
Mm-hmm.
But you have it where he's like thinking, and he's like, she's gonna have to let go of this beam because all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue to regenerate because my super regenerate is so OP that nobody can kill me.
Yeah.
So she basically removes the laser order. Her men fire lasers on Shigaraki, hold him in place. She changes the order to be able to grab the to have the strength to grab the missiles. She literally turns around. If I didn't have my microphone, I would literally turn around.
Mm-hmm.
She literally just chucks it at Shigaraki, and boom, massive explosion.
But at what cost?
What exactly happens?
Well, Shigaraki, well, he pulled through it, and it basically blew away all the jets, leaving Star and Stripe wide open. And well, I think we can all guess what happens next. Like right now, Shigaraki like, I want that quirk.
Mind you, Shigaraki, the man he got no skin. You literally see his freaking skull. Now, it's heavily censored. Well, censored to an extent. It's censored, but I remember seeing this in the manga. After you watch, if you're an anime only and you watch this episode, please go look at the manga chapter this episode was adapted from. Look at the panel where Shigaraki gets out of the hole and he's like, my friend, I want that quirk. My god, it's probably one of the most goriest manga panels in MHA history, if not the most. Like in the manga panel, you can literally see his skull forehead, the skull teeth, and literally see the skin off his freaking face just burning from the explosion of that missile explosion. So let's get something straight. First things first. Before we talk about the next part, obviously, which is the sad part. Also, to make a mention, he actually did a decoy. He put his Nomu friend, he made him take most of the explosion while he buried under the ground. He just used a K and buried under the ground. So Shigaraki, with season 6, this man took Endeavor's best attack, lived, recovered from it like that. He took all this punishment in that fight, lived. The man gets hit by a beam, a literal energy beam, holding him in place, disintegrating his body. Still living, regenerating. Man basically gets hit by 4 or 5 nuclear warheads, essentially.
Well, now we can cut to the part where like he jumps out, jumping a star stripe, and well, one of her brothers suggesting that she should just take him out along with because they're willing to die. They're willing to die for Star Stripe. But Star Stripe, well, she just smiled and just let Shigaraki grab her by the head. I think we all know what happens.
Yeah, and first he's stealing her quirk. He's stealing her quirk. He then removes his hand. We start to see decay start to work. Her face starts to decay away. She then tries to say, "New order, Cassie Lang will not decay," but it's not working because her quirk got stolen.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get the pretty emotional moment where we just see piece by piece of her body start to decay fully. And they cut back to all the flashbacks with like the All Might stuff.
And then her final salute to
Basically. Now, when I read this in the manga, I was absolutely stunned. I was just like, there's no way they're killing somebody off right now. And she just got introduced. Now, the difference is compared to the anime, compared to the manga, she felt like she was there longer in the manga because obviously with a manga chapter, you only get 17 pages a week. So it was about like these 2 episodes were literally like 5 or 6 chapters.
Mm-hmm.
So it felt like you had a longer time with Star and Stripe. So for people that I guess are complaining out there, we didn't even spend much time. And I guess people are out, some people are out there like, why did they kill her off in 2 episodes? Why? Well, one, she's OP as hell. She literally has a quirk that she can literally say, if I want you to die, you can die. So
But her death was not completely in vain.
yes. Shigaraki's obviously happy that he got the quirk, and he looks like he's about to impose and use her quirk and use a new order. And it's like, oh, all hell's about to break loose. He's about to be OP as hell. He got regeneration. He got all for one. Now he got new order. He could command anything at will. What the hell happens?
So not only did he steal her quirk, but basically a piece of Star Stripe's will as well. So she suddenly, her will starts beating him from the inside, attempting to destroy every single quirk that he has.
Yep.
When I saw that, sheesh. She even made a mention. As much as I want to protect my body as well, that would just be the icing on the cake. My real goal is to destroy you from the inside.
Yes. No, it's gonna be very interesting. You know, I was always thinking, I'm like, we know the final battle between Deku and Shigaraki. It's gonna take on the outside, but we know with Deku and Shigaraki, they always have like these mind space battles or these mind space moments.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the potential final battle could be taking place in the all for one for all void when they connect? And Deku has to save, because we know Deku wants to save Shigaraki.
Yes.
Do we think he's going to try to save Shigaraki from the inside?
Save Shigaraki from the inside. I mean, it should look like that's the route they're going with the kind of scene they're going, because inside the body there is little Shigaraki, like a Midoriya.
Yes. Hold on a quick second. My mother's calling me because it's Mother's Day. All right, go ahead.
Midoriya.
Yes. Which we saw at the end and after everything was happening. So this man, Star and Stripe literally imposed the last new order will of her, and that was basically to destroy as much quirks from the inside of All for One as she could. Shigaraki's like, it looks like he's getting shot up. Like you know, in those shows where somebody's just firing guns and there's like 10 or 5 or 10 people right there and they all got guns on you and they just keep shooting at you and your body's just like blah, 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 blah. You know.
Yeah.
And this man's like, what the fuck is happening? What the hell is happening with my body? And this man is just getting beat. She's just getting in there. It's a gigantic kaiju Star and Stripe just taking out all these quirks. all these quirks, just destroying them. So this man is losing quirks.
Mm-hmm.
Now they don't. Now the thing is, they don't specify what quirks he ended up losing.
Mm-hmm.
He's just destroying all these quirks. And All For One, who looks like he's damn near fused with Shigaraki's like, damn it, All Might, I hate your ass. Because everywhere he goes, some hero is always inspired by All Might, and he hates All Might so much. He's just like, I got rid of All Might back in season 3. He has no more quirks. But all of these mother effers, they keep having the inspiration from this guy, and I can't get away from him. That's your ultimate Batman to a man's Joker.
Yes, and while all this is happening, Shigaraki has the idea to give the Star and Stripes quirk to another person to get rid of it. You know.
That, bro. So, okay. Worst, he ends up flying away. We found out he took that Nomu's quirk of the wing ability.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, how is this motherfucker so smart? On top of it, his hair is like wicked long too. He needs a haircut. Man's hair gets so long to the point it looks like it's at its knees. That's how much hatred this man has. Also, how is his hair growing that fast?
The stronger he gets, the longer it gets.
Man's gonna be having Super Saiyan 3 hair sooner enough.
Exactly. Super Saiyan 3.
He ends up flying away, trying to find somebody to give the quirk to somebody. So you have these like random bad people that are just like, well, first they're trying to watch TV, and I'm like, you ain't gonna watch TV if nothing's on. You're in a post-apocalyptic, war-torn Japan. What TV would be on right now? They were thinking like they could turn on cartoons or something like that. No, they got the freaking TV screen of death.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, they're living life, and they're just like, well, what do we do now? Shigaraki just breaks through the fucking wall. And they're like, mind you, this man looks demented. There was many shots in this episode. Shigaraki looked demented as hell. He looked like he lost his mind. Well, he already has lost his mind. On top of it, half his body is being taken over by All For One. But the man has like some of the most craziest, scary looking like looks he's been given in the entire series. And to the point like sometimes his eyes are even just whited out. Like he got the Broly whited out eyes.
Mm-hmm.
This man breaks through. He's like, because he's just being beat up with all these quirks from Star and Stripe. He puts his hand on this one person. He tries to give the quirk, and he get probably one of the best cuts ever, and one of the best bakas ever. He's like, I finally got rid of it, and it's like, and Star and Stripe's like, baka. I can't lie. When I first saw that, I was kind of laughing a bit. I was like, Now I was more laughing at the fact because you can tell this is All For One clearly controlling the body more than Shigaraki, and he knows I need to get rid of this shit. She's freaking messing me up. And then obviously Stormstripe's like, you damn idiot. You thought you could get away? No, you're not. You're just making it worse. Basically the thing is, she made it to where he can't even give it to somebody else. He just has to take the hit, and he needs to deal with it. And that's when he goes into his whole soliloquy. He's like, damn it, All Might! I hate you! Now you have to wonder, will we get All Might versus All For One 3?
I'm not gonna lie. I did see a few of your titles of your videos.
I want to resume the manga chapter stuff.
It could be. I don't know the context, obviously, but something about whatever All Might versus All For One. Like, huh? What does that mean? That's it. That's it. I know nothing afterwards.
What happens is obviously deep down. Now the thing is, we kind of see it to where the last will part of Star and Stripe, it's just starting to disintegrate, And she basically kind of gives All For One this message by saying, you know, you think evil will always but I'm not going word for word, but she essentially says, like, you think you're going to win. You think, the bad guys win. Because we know All For One's, like, persona thing is like, oh, and they even showed in the episodes where he was mocking his brother, Yoichi, the first user of All One For All, and he's like, you said that the good guys always come out on top. Well, I'm sorry, little brother. This is what I told you, the bad guys. How much of a dick you gotta be to your little brother to say the bad guys always come out on top? And he throw the comic at him too.
Mm-hmm.
This man is an evil. He is pure evil. He is pure evil. And we know what he did to his brother was effed up too.
Yeah.
Man's pure evil. And Star and Stripe is like, listen, bitch, you ain't winning. There will be a hero that will stop you. And that hero will have so much light that they'll overcome the darkness.
Can we have one final salute to Star and Stripe?
Essentially. So, yeah. Also, you got a nice little panel of Deku in this what if like scenario. If All For One somehow lets Star and Stripe meet up with Deku, he knows, oh shit, we would be in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, Deku will never get to meet Star and Stripe. It would have been a nice pairing. That would have been another good mentor figure for him too.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I hate about her dying so early. We never got to see Deku ever get to meet her. Which it would have been dope in terms of the story purposes. It would have been dope to see that. Like maybe she could have trained him a bit, and then she ended up dying.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not gonna get that, sadly. But it is what it is. But her will, if not for what she did, she literally probably saved a lot of thousands of lives. And if anything, you can say this is kind of somewhat the turning point for maybe the heroes trying to get back Japan and beat All For One. Because if not for her doing that and not imposing that will on her quirk, Shigaraki's OP. To be honest, they probably win. The villains win if they get New Order for 100%. There would have been nothing Shigaraki could not do.
Yeah, so she basically destroyed most of Shigaraki's quirks, and on top of that, left them in a very, very a dormant state right now.
Yeah, because All For One. So they end up talking about how Star and Stripe passed away, and then you have it to where the episode's ending off. All Might talks to Class 1A, and he's basically like, yeah, if not for Star and Stripe's heroic job duty, Shigaraki's body would have been 100% complete as of today.
Mm-hmm.
So she stalled that, and the man has to recover. Like he's like basically inept for like a week or something, from what they said.
Yep.
So basically, All Might is like, well, now is the time to train. It's time to get stronger because eventually the second war is gonna come, and it's gonna be for everything. You get some funny banter between Class 1A, but basically most of the specimen, especially freaking Bakugo, saying like, "Damn it, I don't care." And apparently Bakugo said he's been working or training on this move called Cluster, and he's been using it on Deku to see, can this work on people on the caliber of him and All For One and Shigaraki. So you have to wonder. Not wonder. You damn well know he's gonna try that out on Shigaraki.
Yeah.
To see if this works. So, but basically we just have Class 1A. You'd think they would probably be intimidated, but if anything, they're more motivated to get stronger and try to save everybody. And basically, All Might's like, All For One,
you made a stupid mistake.
Yeah, basically saying, you fucked up. You just gonna. He basically said, you just made this young group of heroes just have even more determination to try to beat your ass, essentially. So, we'll find out if All For One's in a rude awakening. Obviously, with the way you think the story's gonna go, you would think, yes, he's gonna be in for a rude awakening, and all this planning he did clearly backfired. But also too, like my boy mentioned over here, we see Shigaraki's little kid persona, Tenko. He's deep into it.
Yeah.
So, and we know Deku wants to save that persona. He wants to save that persona. He doesn't want to save the Shigaraki persona. He wants to save Tenko Shimura.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to see if he can do it, even though I don't know if he can.
It will not be easy. That's for sure.
He might get himself killed, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Next episode, we're finally getting the anime reveal of the potential UA traitor.
I actually forgot all about that. I actually forgot all about that after so long.
Yep.
Next episode?
Next episode. If not next episode, it's definitely gonna be the episode after that. But I have a feeling what they're gonna do is they're gonna reveal it at the last bit of the episode, until they're gonna leave you cliffhanging shock. But yes, that part is coming up soon. I can't wait to see your reaction to this. So, before we end this video, in honor of the fact of that, your prediction, who do you think the UA trader is going to be? I can't give it because I know who it is.
Good question. I have a mean, suspicious feeling. It might be Gran Torino.
Really?
I have a mean and suspicious feeling. If they really want to surprise me, I think it's Gran Torino.
But who do you think it potentially really could be with no shock factor?
The principal.
Oh, you think the principal's the one that's been feeding all for one everything?
Maybe.
Hey, you know, it lines up. It makes sense with everything that happened. He knew the camp location. He knew all this other stuff. He knew the USJ. He knows about the USJ stuff, and you could have told the villains, "Hey, go right on in."
And he's literally a rat/mouse.
I didn't think about that. Shit. Good arguments. You make some damn good arguments. Well, we'll see. We will see next week. But we're running out of time on our Zoom call. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment sections your thoughts on this week's episode of My Hero Academia. As well as hit the subscribe button not only to my channel, but my co-host channel. He's doing gameplays. Yesterday, we played Outlast, and I was losing my damn mind. But he also does Stellar Blade playthroughs too, and things like that.
I kid you not, guys. He was literally losing his sanity IRL, not just in the game, but IRL. I was like, Cameron, are you good? I've never seen you lose it like this before.
Anyways, we're gonna get out of here. Catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, stay safe out there. Peace.
Peace.